Hey there, all you beautiful people. Let's do lesson 3. In lesson 3, we'll be talking about market structure. Pretty basic stuff, but I think it would be good for us to actually understand just the basics, then go on to advanced things. Okay, so let's say price is over here. Then price goes up above that area, which means it is a higher high now. So people immediately start thinking we are going to start buying, but we're not worried about the initial move. We're worried about what the market's doing as of now and what it's doing in general. So then it breaks down lower than our initial move. So that indicates to us that the market has decided it's going down. So we are going to look for sells. In this area, this low area, it's called lower low. If the market comes up and does not break the higher high, that area is called lower high because it is higher than the lower low, but it is lower than the high. So it's lower high. And then when the market decides to go back down again, this is called a lower low. Our perfect sell would be in this area of the lower high with, never mind where the stop loss is, never mind the number of pips, but our target would be aiming towards the new low low or an area that we have set out to be. Don't worry, we'll get into that. So that is a hypothetical situation with the lower trends, the bearish movement structure. And on the other end, our price could start here, which goes high. This will be a higher high, like the previous. But what differs is when the price comes down, it does not break our initial area, which means this is a higher low because it's higher than the low. Then price goes up and it makes another higher high. Now we know, okay, this is an upwards trend, a bullish trend. So now we need to buy and look for buys. I'll buy, could be anywhere on this second high low, aiming for new high highs. That's what it would look like, something like that. And keep in mind, the higher lows could be like right there. It could be 1 pip above that previous one. It could be 50%, it could be 70%, it could be whatever. But this is just hypothetical situations, just so that we could understand that you could grasp it before we actually move to the market. So don't always wait for the perfect moment for it to be like 70%. It might be 50%, it might be 30%. So don't wait for that hypothetical moment, textbook result. You might not get it. What we are looking for is any opportunity to enter that we are satisfied with the highest probability of a win. We're going to start off with this water. This is our location where we're going to start off. As you can see, we are here hovering in the middle of two price actions because here's the lower low and here's the higher high. This area over here. So now we're in the middle. So market's still trying to find out where it's going. Market decides to go down. This we know as a lower low because it breaks the previous low, which will be over here. Remember, we don't want our charts too messy. This is just for you guys to understand what's happening. So market did break the low, which was over here. So this is the new low low. Then market decides to come back up and break the highs, which ends up being the new higher high. When it came back down, it didn't break the lower low. So this means this is the higher low. As you guys can see, just from this higher low, it didn't go to 70%. It didn't go to 50%. Then we get fib. The blue is 50%. This went about 45%. So it didn't even make the 50%, which means this, which just shows that the high or low could be anywhere. It doesn't need to be 50%, doesn't need to be 70%, doesn't need to even be 90%. It just needs to say that the market pulled back and then decided to carry on going. Then the market decided to go up again and create a new higher high. So as you guys can see, the market goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down, goes up, still breaks it, comes down slightly, goes up, comes down. So then people over here, right? People think, oh, this can break. It broke structure, now it's going down. No. It just broke a semi-structure. Here's the main structure, these three. So the main structure would be this one, that one, and that one. It didn't break those three. It just broke the semi-structure, which you'll probably find is the downwards trend on a 5-minute chart. So it just decided to get liquidity at the bottom here and then go up again. And as you can see, it came, pulled down, and now pulled up. So we are in a bullish trend, which means hypothetically, according to this should be going up again because it didn't break this structure yet. Right now it's even, so we have to see what market decides to do. We are not genies. We are not looking for the future. We are not trying to predict. We are just trying to react and trade with the charts. So don't think automatically this could go up, and don't say this has to go higher than this. The market doesn't have to do anything. The market can do whatever it wants. It could decide to do this. Then you'll be panicking, saying, okay, this is supposed to go higher. It did go higher, took liquidity and went down. So we have to just react. We do not trade at the top over here to try sell. We don't do that. What we do is see, okay, now is a good time, not right now, don't do it now, but now is a good time to buy. Let's say you have all your confluences, and then you buy, and then you're done with the trade, you wait, and then the market comes down, goes lower than there, and then you say, you know what, now's a good time to sell. Where's the sell to? Now's a good time to sell. You have all your confluence in check, you have everything planned out, you did your research, and then you decide this is the move for me to sell, and you sell and it goes your way. Market can do whatever it wants. Okay, now that I showed you a bullish trend, let's show you a bearish trend for a second. Okay, so market starts off up here, right? We have the low over here, and the high is currently where the water is at. The market breaks structure and makes a lower low over here. Makes a lower low. Let me just spell it out for you guys, just so you guys can understand it. Market came up a little bit, but it didn't break the high where the water is at. So we'll call this the lower high, because it's lower than the high. It could be a little complicated, don't worry, people take time with it. Then we have another lower low, and another lower high, and another lower low, so on. But let's just do the main structure. So we have a lower low over here, and then we have a lower high over here. But at the same time, it made a high high. So just pay attention here. It made a high high. It broke that high, but it still went back down and broke this low. So right now, we are trying to find out what's happening with the market. If you look to the left, there's a gap, which shows us this is a Monday. So usually on Monday and or Tuesday, the market's trying to see where it wants to go. So usually those days, trades aren't that good. So wait a little bit, see what the market does, and then you trade with that. So if you look over here, the market goes up, goes back down. So it's deciding where it wants to go. Then it goes up a little bit, comes down, makes a lower high. Actually, sorry, see, I'm a bit confused. Makes a higher low, makes a higher high, comes down, and then it decides it's making the higher high out of all of these, but doesn't break that high. Does not break this high. As a trader, you'll learn how to read this, and then you'll be able to trade all of it. So don't worry, it'll take time. But shoots back down and carries on with momentum all the way to the bottom. So don't panic when things just look a bit scrambled. Over time, you'll understand. If you go to lower time frames, you'll be able to see it a little bit more clear, but the lower time frames get messy. So don't stress about it. So if you look over here, here is a high right there. It comes down, doesn't get to the high, then shoots down. So now it makes a new lower, lower low. Comes back up, makes a new higher low. Decides what it's going to do, then shoots down and makes a new lower low. This area, we as traders will call this consolidating. We'll call it consolidation. So don't panic when you see this. Usually happens, this is at night. So don't worry, this is at night. We'll get to trading sessions and everything later. Comes down, comes back up. Here is the new higher high, or the new higher low, because there's the previous high low. Didn't break it. So now we can see it's still in the downwards trend. Here's a new lower low. Oh, look here. This decided to break that previous high. So now we have a higher high. Comes down, didn't break the previous lower low. So now we have a higher low. We have a higher low. Market decides what's happening. As you can see, look at the time. This is at night, so not that much is happening. Consolidation over here too. Don't worry, we will teach you guys how to identify what's happening, what's not. As we can see over here, oh my eyes. If we look to the right, we can see it broke the higher low, but it didn't break the lower low. So we will still call this a lower low, because right now this is the lowest of the lows. Then it comes up, breaks the higher high. Now we realize, okay, this is just an upwards trend, but market was deciding what to do with this consolidation. We'll still call this bit of consolidation going to the downside. So don't worry. It happens all the time. And you can see it goes up, 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 then comes down. And now we are right now, it didn't break the lows. Right now, it hasn't broken the lows. So this is considered the lower high. I mean, this is considered the higher low. No. Yes, the higher low. You see, I'm so confused with these contexts. As you can see, it didn't break the low. Didn't break the lower low, which means this is currently a higher low. So we could expect it to go up, break the highs, or and then back down and then up. Or we could see the, hello? What happened there? Sorry guys. Or we could see something just slam through the ground, come up, go back down. That's going to be it for higher highs and higher lows. As we can see, with the higher highs and higher lows, we will understand perfectly what it is and how it works, whether it be a buy trend or sell trend. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to subscribe and like the video.